What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukishu. We are back with another UmaMusume global video, and here we are back with training Mayano Top Gun, or Mayachi, however you want to call her. Only because the CM is later today, and gives me another chance to see if I can train another Uma for the CM. So, with that being said, we're going to be training Mayano Top Gun, and for the setup, gonna go 3 speed, 3 stamina. That honestly, that's been working out for me. If I can at least get wise, I guess, to a C, I guess I'll be okay, pretty much. So for the setup, I am using Suzuka, Kita, and Special Week as the speed cards, Super Creek, Satono Diamond, and the McQueen stamina card for the 3 stamina cards, because I don't have the Mayano. I can't use the Mayano Top Gun one, obviously. So that being said, we're gonna get the run started and hopefully see how this goes. Oh, and speaking about the event, when I said that I was gonna try and make it a 400k, I did end up making it to 400k. So that was a lot of runs, last minute runs. If I had just done it earlier, it wouldn't have had to done that. But one, I didn't know the CM was like accelerated to begin with, and 2, that was basically it. Oh wait, the second one was me starting the the event late, or training late from when it started. Remember last week when I think it was last week when I said that I didn't train until the whole weekend, until the Tuesday video last week? Yeah, that pretty much happened. That was the other reason. So it's kind of my bad, but it's kind of hard to, I mean, for myself, it just doesn't make sense for me to be too worried about it, because my main account is on JP. But I still try and enjoy the global side whenever I do play it. I am still thinking whether or not I do want to pull for Saiyan Sky just to have another different Uma. But we'll see if I end up randomly pulling for her. Probably don't care at the same time, but we shall see. I actually don't remember who are the upcoming Umas as well. Could probably take a look. Let me see if it's in the global news on their website. I feel like it should, but we'll see. New Legends races. I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't know if it's been out. I feel like it's been out, and I'm just not paying attention as usual. I think I'll do that because of the Yayoi bond. I need to at least get that to green. Do they have their schedule on the website? Or do I have to check on Twitter? Might have to be Twitter if I don't see it here. Because I don't see it here. Maybe this one. Nope. Okay, let's see. Should be. Because I think that's where I originally saw it. I think. If not, then I don't know where I saw it. How will this? Ah. So Saiyan Sky, Ishi Amazon, and then the fantasy banner. Fantasy theme banner. Out of all the banners, I think Saiyan Sky would probably be the one I want the most out of all of them. Yeah. I think that would be the case. So maybe I'll try with what I have. Maybe. Alright, let's just focus on bonds now. And then, oh. Also gonna need speed. Let me schedule a race. It won't be the... It'll be the hopeful stakes, because... We'll just see how we do training-wise. I guess this is a way where I'm trying not to rest as much, because I do realize that I have been resting a lot. So I guess the only way I will not rest, and the only way for me to actually get stamina, or not stamina-wise... well, besides when that happens, so... Besides when that happens, when she doesn't want to do too much wise training. Because then that will happen. Okay, we'll do some speed training. Probably do an actual rest, because we're getting closer to the race. Yeah, we're getting a little bit closer to the race. Okay. Since it's the turn before, we'll do a full rest. And then we'll do the hopeful stakes. Good thing is we already have Arc Maestro unlocked. I just don't know if I'll be using her as a escape or a leader. That's the only problem I have. That would be the only problem I have. Visit the shrine, and we shall continue. I'll do this till I get her bond up. Okay, that will get McQueen's bond up, and I guess this would be a good time to start going over the comments. So the first comments we'll be going over is going to be from Nova. And the first one says, CM time. I'm going to have a lot of content to watch for the global CM. This one will be fun to watch since people are having stamina skill issues. Yup. Yup. Then Rick says, a new JP player day one can get better Umas than the biggest, strongest, luckiest whale in global. Global is just Goo Goo Babies Umas compared to JP. Yes. Then Nova responded back saying, Global is basically Super Creek Goo Goo Gaga. That is true, but I am still using Super Creek and JP until this day. I guess there are videos popping off Doom posting. Hold on. Doom posting the state of global UMA. I'd expect this to come earlier, but now these videos are increasing. The main points are all related to the accelerated global schedule without proper compensation. Oh, I didn't do any races. Do I feel like, do I need any more fans? No. Do I care about races now? Probably not. Probably not, so just give me that. Without proper compensation. So basically lack of rocks. The quality of life is also a sticking point, and I think that drove some global players into JP as refugees. In my opinion, CG probably won't do anything to change global. It's a very profitable way to start off UMA after all. I did say that JP UMA in the first year was heavy pay to win. It really was. I mean, fresh game and all that. Obviously, if you want to get ahead of the crowd, you gotta be a whale, especially in the beginning of a game. So, makes sense. Makes sense. Early June. Can do this and then we'll rest to get the full, hopefully a full night owl. The one thing I didn't want. The one thing I did not want. I'm a rest to get the motivation up. Whatever. But yeah, I definitely did feel that way as well in the beginning of JP, where you would basically just be behind if you didn't whale. So it does get easier along the way when more and more, at least for myself, it got easier when more event cards became more accessible after doing the events and all that. Because then you had more options to use, more SSR card options at least. Sure, they weren't the best, but at least they were there to help out your setup. At least it did for me for the longest. And it still helped me enjoy the game. So that's all that really matters. But I get it. I mean, like, if especially if global players are comparing their quality of life to where JP is at the moment, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Why isn't Mayano healing? Why isn't Mayano healing? That is not what I want. I want her to feel better already, so I don't have to worry about it. I think it's just one of those runs. But then again, I feel like a lot of these global players also were tried out, or they tried out JP also, but then decided to ultimately wait for global, and then you're basically back to square one. And not only back to square one, but accelerated. Oh, heck yeah, give me that. But we do need to do a race. Can we do the Japan Cup? Nope, I guess we'll... Can't even do the Mile Championship. Did I just do the Queen Elizabeth? Or... Can't do the Mile Championship. Probably we'll just end up doing... Screw it, I'll do that. Because I do want to get the speed at least. Well, moving on, RIP, or it just says URA. So I guess URA. It seems that the global UMAs are leaving one after the other. Please recover. Why did it take you like 4 times? Why did it take her like 4 times? Only gold ship and Daiwa remains alive. People grieving for the Umas remind me of the day I started playing Control, where 99% of the ship waifus are dead from World War II. They pretty much all ended up with the same fate, getting torpedoed and sank to the bottom of the ocean. If I could, I'd go down there and kiss Yamato's steel exterior one last time. Ship waifus just hit different. I don't remember if you mentioned it, but did you? Because we're talking about ship waifus. I mean, obviously, aside from Control, there was Azure Lane, but did you? I think you did mention it. I just don't remember. I'm being honest. But did you play Azure Lane? I definitely still have my account. It's just I haven't logged in a while. If I'm being honest. Thank you, Mayano, for winning that. And that was also a race I haven't done, so I got a trophy. Woo. Woo. And then that lets us reach the criteria for the Arima. But with that being said, thank you, Nova, for all the comments, and Rick for replying to the first one. Haven't been winning the races, but oh well. But oh well. Next comments are going to be from Rashawn. First one says, yeah, registration 3 days still for global. It's nice to get extra training in, but these stats are so hard to get. Well, beginning of Uma, unless you have the parents and or the cards to help you out, it will be difficult. It will be difficult. Don't get night. Just wanted you to rest. I just wanted you to rest, and she got Night Owl once again. And we're back to doing this again, where she's just gonna take forever to recover from her Night Owl. If this wasn't a dead run because of the first one, definitely a dead run now. Okay, let's do it again. But I agree. Stats are hard to get. I mean, I forgot who I'm... I think I have a Teo that's pretty close to how I wanted it to be. I think. I don't know about a Cap. But I think I have at least a Teo that's close. When I get good stamina, my speed sucks and vice versa. I just can't do this. It does happen. I see that as well also. I would get good stamina, or for the most part, actually for myself, it would speed and stamina would probably just be neutral, like around the same 800s or whatever. But if not, yeah, one would probably be higher than the other, most likely. Even with a 3-3 setup, it still somehow ends up that way. It still somehow ends up that way. I guess I'll continue doing wise training, just to at least boost it up a little bit. To no-show spring. Okay, give me Arc Maestro. What do I even have her as right now? I actually don't know what I've been using her as in the races, if I'm being quite honest. I mean, one way to possibly offset being off from the stamina is just having as much recovery skills as you can. So there's that. I'm pretty much just doing that as well. But I get you. I get you indeed. Like right now, my speed is higher. Third place at the very least. Got beaten out by Naughty to Brian and McQueen from what it looked like. Next comment from Rashawn says, next CM I should be cooking since I one tap Saiyan Sky though, so I'll be using 2 fronts plus 1 mile in that mile CM. Not necessarily looking forward to fishing for groundwork, but at least the stamina requirement isn't high AF like this one, so I'll survive. The requirement for long distance ones are just going to be pretty much the same. So yeah, medium distance and below should be more manageable. So I haven't decided, like I said, if I wanted to pull for Saiyan Sky, although it would give me another option to train. So probably will end up. But at the same time, I am still thinking of when they're going to release Christmas Cap. Other than that, I'm just here chilling. I probably won't end up pulling, but eh. And then rest in peace, my daughter. May she frolic among the other goats up there. Did I just do that on late June? Oh well. Oh well. Other than that, thank you, Rashawn and Nova, for all the comments, and Rick for replying. Appreciate it as always. Appreciate it as always. And that is pretty much all the comments. So, I guess with that being said, we can just focus on finishing the rest of this run. It is a little too late for me to just do what I normally do, so I'm just going to stay here and finish off the run without, quote-unquote, seeing you guys at the end of the run. So I'll just be here. I'll just be here to, I don't know, express my thoughts or whatever. Express my thoughts or whatever. Although if I were to say something about the acceleration when it comes to like the CM, accelerated CM and all that, if that's their way of giving accelerated compensation in a way, it makes no sense, because for them to accelerate the CM means less time for people to get ready for the CM, especially free-to-play players who don't have the cards and all that. So I can see why that would be a turnoff for those, for the free-to-play players, because from what I remember, even up until now in JP, I still find myself needing more than 2 to 3 weeks to pretty much get fully prepped for the CM if I want to be more comfortable. So the fact that it was like a 2, maybe 3 week gap, even though that's close to a month in a way, if it's more towards 3 months, it's still not enough time, in my opinion. Actually, let me see when the CM video I posted was. Yeah, round 2, day 2, when I recorded it was on August 25. It's literally been about 2 weeks and a half, and we're already going to be in the CM. If it was at 3 weeks and a half, then I guess fine. But 2 weeks and a half is basically half a month. I don't think that's enough time for, especially free-to-play players, to get ready for the next CM, especially going from medium distance to long distance. Having that stamina threshold that we're trying to reach, while it's doable, it requires a lot of either planning or RNG luck to get that, to pull it off. So it is what it is. I don't agree with the acceleration, only because it doesn't give people enough time to prepare for the CM. If that's their way of compensating for the acceleration, but I just don't get it. Because it doesn't, in my eyes, it doesn't necessarily compensate everyone if it's still technically being gatekept by the CM. The only reason why I mention it like this is because I remember Rick mentioned in the JP video while I was going over the comments from the JP video. It was mentioned also there. And he said, then he said, then we will be late on CM and League of Heroes unless they give 2 times rewards. In my opinion, it doesn't even matter because each month is still dedicated to either a CM or a League of Heroes. At this point, they're trying to force 2 on the same month. What it feels like. You're not necessarily behind if it's still kind of the same, regardless. So, yeah. They could have either they could either increase rewards for other events that everyone can do better, like everyone can be a part of, rather than CM where if you don't make it to the finals, you're basically getting nothing out of it. But luckily for me, I am a JP main. So me just playing on global is just seeing how the progress of global is going to be. So far, I got no words. Neither good. It's more towards bad because of how they're doing the acceleration for the CM and all that. I wouldn't mind if it was just the Umas, but getting the CM part of this acceleration doesn't make sense to me. League of Heroes is fine for those who are aware of the League of Heroes. The reason why I say League of Heroes is fine is because the rewards you get is based on how far you go. So it's all on the player. While the CM, well, you could make it a round 2 and still not get all the rewards because you didn't make it to the finals. Fuku, you better not. Fuku, you better not. Mayano, please. Please celebrate. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. In all honesty, I feel like this is the first time I've actually finished a Mayochi run. Because it just feels that way for some reason. One, I don't train her as much, so I do know the last ones I know for sure I didn't make it. Unless the video I did make of her, did I beat it? I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh well. I don't even think I'll be using her, but I'll just, you know, just slap some long distance skills for her, I guess. Anything for 97? I guess I'll just... Ooh. Sure, Nakayama. Have at it. Have at it. B+. Oh well. 918 speed, 787 stamina, 446 power, 379 guts, and 380 wit. Second best. Maybe I did finish one run. Because 9,000? For me not to finish a run but still get 9,000, it's still doable, but I don't know. I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't remember at all. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Later today is the CM, but I will post my day 1 attempts tomorrow. Day 1 attempts for round 1. Because let's see, day 1 for round 1 should last until tomorrow afternoon. And then day 2 all the way to Saturday afternoon. Then day 1, round 2, Saturday afternoon to Sunday. And then Sunday afternoon to Monday afternoon for round 2, day 2. So yeah, tomorrow I'll record day 1. And then if I do make it to round 2, then I'll record round 2, day 2 based on the schedule I just said. And then obviously if I make it to the finals, then I'll record the finals if I make it to the finals. But all I hope is I don't make it to Group A, because making it to Group A screwed me over last time. I wasn't even planning to be in Group A, but it is what it is. So other than that, with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you, if you guys didn't make it this far in the video. And if you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are, well, besides Nova, because I know for sure, for a fact, he ain't doing nothing in Global, just logging in for funds. But let me know if you guys are participating in the CM, I guess, and if you are, who you're bringing, and if you're prepped for it, because obviously I feel like the time from today, from the last CM, which was like about 2.5 weeks, definitely is not enough time, my personal opinion. So with that being said, other than that, if there's anything else you guys want to ask or talk about, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.